Page 45, Rainbow Reflections. Let's look it over. This is more of a contemporary piece you can play for people. They got the romantic style and contemporary style. You've seen this, they give it words in parentheses up above. I don't worry about the style it's in so much. I just play the notes and see what happens. I'll look it over. It's about a page long. Clef signs are treble and bass clef to start. There's no sharps or flats in the key signature. So it's in, we're here. Kind of an ending on an A minor chord, probably an A minor. Do the scales in arpeggios for C major and A minor though. That's no sharps or flats. 4/4 time signature. We got a lot of eighth notes going nuts here, so let's just look around. I want a fingering that lets me connect the notes if I can get it. So right hand, we're here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And if those ties are bothering you, then take them out and play all the notes. 1 and 2. That. You just play all the notes, and once you can get that okay, you put the ties in. You just hang on to the note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now we got to use the thumb. And that's unfortunate in measure 5 because we got to go from the B to the B here. Sometimes you got to. So that's just what we're going to do because we run out of fingers otherwise. So that measure 5. Now I do a 2/5 here. They got a one doing it all, and that's okay. You can do that, but I prefer to do a 2/5. Then going on, I can do a 1 here. So measure 6 is here. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Come down. 5 again. 3 and 4 and 2. Measure 9 is similar. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and then the 1/4. My problem in measure 11 using 1 on the whole note is because I need a 1 on the next measure. I'd rather not use a 1 on the whole note if I got to come down here on the next measure. So I'm going to use a 2 on the whole note. That way my thumb is right there. The problem there is that it's a bit awkward getting into it. In measure 10, it's 1 and here, the second finger's there. So I don't want to do that. Well, I got to have a different finger on that note then. I could use a 3. Try that. 1 there, and then I can do that. So this is how I figure out a fingering. Keep in mind the fingering is somebody's opinion of what it could be. And that's fine. But there's different kinds of fingerings. There's different fingering styles. And so I like to connect the notes with the fingers if I can. Obviously, if you can't, like in measure 5, we can't do that. But we do the best we can. And here, measure 9 and 10, or 10 and 11, well, I can connect all that and then here. Now, next measure, I don't want a 2 again because I want to use 2 on the next one here. So I'm going to use a 3, and then I can come. I just don't want to use the same finger. So it's 1, and then this just keeps doing that. And then measure 16, 3, and I'm there. Let's look at the left hand. Well, we got this. Again, you don't have to cover it all at once. You can move the hand up as you do it. Here. This pattern is a lot all over the. In what, measure 7, you come down. Same difference. Yeah. Put the hands together. This is the starting third measure, and I'll go slow and I'll hesitate. That's okay. I just want to know this is together. These are together. Measure 5. See, I kind of threw the rhythm out. I just kind of trying to figure out, because you can see how the notes line up between the stanzas, which notes play together, and that's what I was after. Then once I do that, then I'll see if I can get it in rhythm of some sort. Measure 5. 1 and 2 and 3 So again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 3 and. Get that? Okay. So I put the hands together, and then I'll go back over just a few measures at a time, slowly, and work out the hesitations. So these eighth notes that are all over the place are just steady. 1 and 2 and. Speed's not important right now, but no hesitations. And then I can add the articulation, and this is very connected. These, you have to lift up anyway, but you can, yeah, it's like here and here. They give you a rest. But then in measure 6, going on to measure 7, lift up between each one. We'll take a little bit of silence between each of those. That's right. So I add the articulation, very connected. Starting third measure. You get the idea, I hope. Then once I have an idea of the articulation, then I'll add the dynamics. It starts out soft. This is introduction, and then the song starts here. And this is moderately soft. That's the melody, that's the right hand. The left hand stays soft. Now go up to moderately loud. This come up to just sort of a moderately soft. So, then come down. Left hand soft. Good. Then get louder and measure 10. Now you're loud. This is kind of a moderately soft to moderately loud, and in the background. This is all loud in here. You see the tenuto lines there, starting at measure 11. Hang on to those. You don't need to stress them. It's already loud. Just hang on. Make them as loud. Linger on them if you can. You can't really linger on them too much, but kind of pretend like you're lingering on those notes. Take your time with them. And then at the end, it ends softly. Now, speed-wise, reflective andantino, whatever that means. Andantino is similar to an andante. I don't like andantino because people don't agree on what that means either. But to me, it's just a nice, slow. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and somewhere in there. Yeah, that's how I would do it. Now you see at the end of the fourth line, there is a DS all coda. DS, remember, means go back to the sign, and the sign is the beginning of the third measure up above. So when you finish the fourth line, you immediately go back up there, and the all coda sign is at the end of measure 6. There's double bars there too. So once you finish measure 6, you immediately jump down to the coda at the bottom. So it's about a line longer than it looks is all. Now it says at the beginning under the staff, con ped. That means with pedal. And they're not telling you how to pedal it. Isn't that nice? You get a lot of that in music. You say, well, it's pedal, but they don't tell me how to pedal. How do I know how to pedal? Well, you follow the guides that I've been teaching throughout this book on why do we pedal, when do we pedal, when do we not pedal, what are you pedaling for, what's it doing, blah, blah, blah. This right now is very dry. It's kind of pretty, but it's dry. And some of these we can't connect. See, and we want to connect them. So we're going to use the pedal for the overtones. We're going to use it to mix the sounds up a little bit, because this turns into this. It's just a different sound. It's a mixture. It's like, oh, now we're starting to get into dreamland territory here. And that's sort of what I think this is for. I'm going to push the note down first and then the pedal, but I can't take too long to push the pedal down because these are eighth notes. So I got to get it down fairly quickly. I'm going to change it with every measure. I don't want to blur it up too much, but I want to blur it up. Now at the end, you're starting the coda loud. Then here, but then immediately start coming down and slowing down. I think the decrescendo there is too late. I want a decrescendo sooner than that. I don't want this to be loud at the last two measures. Here, and then I want to come down a little sooner. So come down more. And whether you change the pedal or not at the last two measures, it's up to you. You try it both ways. If I pedal both measures, the last two measures all the way across, it's that. The problem is I want to die away, so I need to lose some of that sound. So I would change the pedal in the last measure. Here, that kills a lot of that sound out. Now there's a fermata at the end where you can just hang on to that. What I suggest you do is do the fade out thing because you're very soft here anyway. And there's an RAT to slow down there. Here. You're slowing down. And then the fermata hold up. Well, what we do is we lift the keys up, but keep the hands on the keys. Just lift the keys up and then slowly lift the pedal up. And that way the sound should slowly die away. Now, if you have an electronic piano and it doesn't do that, some do, some don't, then just reach up and just slowly turn the volume down. We want it to die away. And the fermata you can take as long as you want. Don't take too long or they'll get bored, but that's generally the idea. You may choose a different interpretation of that. That's sort of my impression of this piece.